Hey y'all, it's me, Jenny. Real Talk New York with Jenny.
They caught up in vanity. What a calamity. Got the audacity. Got the audacity.
Make up yourself, large up yourself. Okay, guys. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe because it says a lot of people who watch are not subscribed. So subscribe. Okay, guys. So, guys, I want to talk about the time I got jumped by 3 girls and no one helped me, right? I got jumped by 3 girls. Okay, let me tell you what happened, Lord. Story time. And you know what? I decided to do this video because that whole Shanquella story about the girl that got beat up in Cabo or Mexico, wherever in Mexico she was, it kind of brought back hot flashes to me, right? So, yeah, guys, we're gonna talk about the time I got jumped by 3 girls. Okay, guys, story time. This is my first story time. Okay, I wanted to talk about something else, but about when my ex's side chick popped up on me. Let me know if you guys are interested. I don't care about these stories no more. It's my life. All right, guys, so listen to this, right? So let me know what you guys, if you guys interested in story time. So here it is, right? So what happened was, back in the days when we grew up, I came from Jamaica and I had another girlfriend. She's Caribbean too, right? But I came from Jamaica and I had a bestie. Like back in the day, we had a I had a bestie, all right? That was my ride or die. We used to get into trouble together. We used to get all the boys together. It was crazy. Okay, so let me tell you okay, so this was when we was in high school. All right, this is in high school. We started looking good. She was always pretty, getting guys. She's a pretty girl. Like even back in the day, she's a pretty girl. She's not saying light skin is pretty. I'm not saying she's only pretty because she's light skin. I'm just giving a description. I'm not with that crazy stuff. But I'm saying she's a light skin girl. She have hazel eyes. She's a pretty girl, right? So back in the days, and she had a little shape back in the days. So a lot of girls was jealous. They wanted to fight us back in the days. We used to get boys, right? In high school. When I was in junior high school, I didn't get no. It was just like ill. I didn't even like boys. I hated boys. I'm talking about high school now, right? So in high school, oh God, I had so many fights. It's crazy about these girl fights, all right? So this time, it wasn't my fault, right? So it was my girlfriend. She had got into some beef. And back in those days, I was going to this high school and I was running with this girl. She was a blood, right? Back in the days, I used to get in trouble. I used to get into fights like crazy. So I used to roll with this girl. I don't want to say her name, but I do want to say her name. Because it's a bad girl Jamaican name. So what's her name? I want to say her name, but it's funny, right? So I used to work with this one girl, right? Let's call her what's her Jamaican? Sharon. Let's call her Sharon, right? So I used to work with that girl. Let's call her Sharon. So she was a blood back in the days, right? So we used to roll together. Then my other good pretty friend, right, that we used to get the boys, she called me one day and she was like, oh, these girls want to jump me after school. These girls gonna jump me after school. And I was like, what? These girls gonna jump you after school? I said, word, all right, I'm coming up there. So I went up there. I grabbed Maxine. Should I say her real name? Okay, I grabbed Maxine, whatever, she won't remember me. I grabbed her, right? She came. It was a couple more girls we grabbed. And we came, and then we went to the park because that school that my girlfriend went to, right? The high school she went to, there's a pond there, right? I don't want to say where that pond is, right? So there's a big pond there, and there's a park, okay? All right, so so I don't know if I should say the name of the school. No, I'm not gonna say the name. It's too much TMI. All right, so she called me. She's like, yeah, these girls are gonna jump me. These girls are jealous. She's light skinned, hazel eyes. Some girls are gassed up. They just get jealous of some girls. And she pretty, and she new into school, and she dressed cute. Her mom's like, always fix her hair nice. She looked good. So she was like, yeah, they're gonna jump me. I said, all right, cool. So me and the girls, we went. We left school early. I don't know how she called. Something happened. I don't know how she got in touch. Maybe it was a beeper, because back then we didn't have no cell phone. I don't know how she got in touch with me. Either she told me the night before, or whenever she told me, but all I know is she said she was gonna get jumped, and that was my ride or die. That was my girl. I'm not letting her get jumped, period. So me and the girls, we went up in the park. Girl, honey, child, that's the roughest fights I ever had in my life. I'm gonna tell you about some more of my girl fights. But this particular fight was the roughest fight. I'm telling you, who was fighting. Well, she had Maxine had one. Wham, wham. I had one. I pull in the hair. One girl beat me in my head. Bum, bum, beat me in my head. One girl, I mean, it was one hell of a fight. I said, Lord, that was the longest fight. Honestly, that's because there was nobody to break it up. It was in the park. There was nobody to break it up. There was no police. We just had to be, yo, it was bad in high school. We just had to beat each other unconscious. That's the only way that fight was going to end. Or, yo, it was so bad. It was a never-ending fight. We was fighting. Maxine was in there fighting. Maxine could fight. So it was me and Maxine was fighting. Bam, bam. They caught my girlfriend. I caught one of them. Started fighting. It was crazy. My hair was tore up. I was tore. When I said tore up, I was dizzy. It was like I was on a drug. That was the hardest fight I ever had. But anyway, we had the backup. So we got these girls. We beat them, yo. I tell you, we beat them. We beat up those girls because they wasn't ready. She called me. She was like, yeah, meet us in the park. We ambushed them. Got them. Like, we beat them up bad. Done. We done them out, right? All right. So we beat up those girls. So now, after me and Maxine and my other girlfriend, and a couple other girls that we grabbed, I wasn't sure how much of it was, but we definitely outnumbered them and beat them up. And then when the fight was over, I was so tired. And the bus was coming. The park, okay, so the park is right here with the pond there. And then the street is like, call it 8 blocks of 8 to 10 blocks of park. And then the street is the street is right there. And I saw the bus coming. We saw the bus coming. I was like, let's go, let's run. Cause that fight was crazy. So we ran so fast. We ran. I remember we was running because we just caught the bus. I remember when we got on the bus, we was like, damn. When we got on the bus, we didn't even pay for the bus. I was like, damn, that was crazy. She was like, yeah, that was crazy. We was on the bus. It was crazy. That was the roughest fight that we had. I'm telling you. Whew, that was a bad one. Oh God, Jesus. So once we got on the bus now, we went home, we got ourselves cute again. We're in high school, young, pretty. We thought was the hottest things out, tank top. And what kind of craziness how we dress, right? So we went back to school, and I live in the area. I go to school in the area. We all go to school in the same area. So there's me fighting those girls, they remember my face, right? Because there's gonna be a chance that they're gonna buck me up anytime, because there's a hangout spot area that everybody from after school, from all the schools, go to hang out, where to catch the bus, where to catch, the terminal, everything like that. So there was this one mall that me and my other girlfriends that I used to roll with. These two girlfriends that I was with. I used to have mad friends back in the day, let me tell you. But these two girlfriends, they was more like all about boy. Even though boys like us, I wasn't all about boys. Guys like me, but I'm kind of afraid of boys, right? But these two girlfriends, I'm telling you, this one was fast. This one girl was a fast ass. She always wanted us to follow her, to sleep with guys on a group chat. Or what's those group crap that they used to have, those chat rooms. In the chat, she used to meet guys off the chat room, go meet them in Brooklyn. It was crazy, that girl. She used to be real promiscuous. She had a reputation. And I was thinking to myself, yo, how you have sex with these guys? And then the rumor going around, she had an STD. I don't know what it was, but hopefully it wasn't something terrible. Anyway, that's not even the topic. So it was her and another friend. They dressed real sexy. They're always about boys. All right, this promiscuous one, all about boys, and then the other one always about boys. I don't know if they had a fight in their life, whatever. So I would hang out with these girls that we could go to the mall, like not to the mall, but go looking at clothes and talking about boys, because they had boyfriends and all that type of stuff. Right? I didn't really like guys at that point. Yeah, I was afraid of guys. My first couple of years of high school, I was afraid of guys until I saw my first love. I was like, oh, I was crazy over him. I was like, no, I love guys. I like him. Anyway, that's the next topic. So what I was saying, so yeah, me and those two girls now, the promiscuous one and the other one, right? We went down to, after school, we went to get Chinese food. You know how we do, and how New Yorkers do, we get fried chicken wings and fried rice. We went to get that chicken wing fried rice with hot sauce. We went ahead and got that. And then when we were sitting down eating, those girls saw me, honey. They saw me and rolled up on me. And guess what? I didn't even remember their face. I didn't remember these girls' face, so there was nothing I could do. I couldn't do nothing because I didn't remember these girls' face. I just went there like spazzing, man, bat, 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 bat. We just went there fighting. I didn't remember these girls' face. Okay, so when I was sitting down, right, the girls came up to me, and I guess I had braids. I used to wear long braids back in those days. Honey, those girls got on me. Pow, pow. They jumped me. And I guess those girls that I was with, they did nothing. And that was my learning lessons through life. Yes, I had my real chick that always had my back, and she know I always had her back. We always had each other back, fighting, period. I had my real chick, but these two chicks particular, I know my real chick would not ever let me go out like that at that time. That's why I always held her down, right? Even though we fell out, I always held her down. But these two chicks right here, the ones that was all about boys and promiscuous, it's just like, after that, I didn't really ever want to really keep in contact with them because I realized that's not even a real friend. You didn't even do nothing, hit, bat, bat, y'all didn't do nothing. I'm not gonna stand there and let my friend get jumped. Anyway, so none of them helped me. And I realized some girls is not worth friendship with. You say hi and bye to them, that's not a friend. You say hi and bye. And this is lessons that I learned throughout the years, the hard way on my own. I didn't have nobody to raise me up and tell me don't do this, don't do that. I didn't have nobody to teach me nothing. That's why I'm here teaching y'all. Not everybody's a friend. They stood there and watched me get beat up. They didn't know the backstory of what went down in the park when we all got into that fight. They didn't know the backstory. But the point is, back in those days, it was fists. It wasn't no weapons and stuff. You could have threw some hands. Y'all could have did something. Y'all could have threw some hands. But it's all good. So I got that fight. It is what it is. That was a fight day, and I realized I'm gonna do part 2 because after something happened, something happened. I don't remember what happened. Or we got arrested. The girls got arrested. I think the girls got arrested. Something happened. I don't know what happened at the end. I don't remember the whole story. All I know is the story. Why I always have a lesson is not everybody's your friend. The fact that they stood there, but I'm telling you, ooh, I have so much girl fights to tell y'all about because it's crazy. All right, so let me know in the comments which one you want me to, where should I start from? But this fight was when I got jumped, and I wanted to talk about it now. Another time I got jumped too. Another time I got jumped, but I want to tell you another story. Tell me what y'all want to hear first. Do you want me to tell you about another girl fight, or do you want me to tell you about the time when my ex's side chick popped up on me? Okay, so let me know. It's 2 options: the girl fight, or when my ex's side chick popped off, or like popped up like she was somebody and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, I learned from these situations, so I don't mind sharing. Okay, guys? Yeah, make sure you subscribe, y'all, because I'm telling you my stories. Y'all learn from them. Not everybody is a friend. You know what I'm saying? I learned from these chicks. Y'all not gonna catch me slipping, going places with y'all, and then you don't have my back if something goes down. I don't think so. Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe, share, let me know what you guys think. I love you guys. I love you guys. Anyway, guys, Real Talk New York with Jenny. Big up yourself, large up yourself. Bye, guys. Love you. Subscribe.